Okay. All right.
We're,
I'm gonna hang up then.
yeah, we're having nothing but problems here, folks. Block can't make it. BH can't make it. I don't know where BH is. Haven't heard a word from him. Hopefully he's okay. Colin keeps getting kicked out.
For some reason, I'm having trouble with my hunt camera. It won't up. I don't know why.
So, oh, weird stuff.
Just my camera.
How's William E.
As soon as I
doing?
put my camera in,
Mr. Bill.
What I can do
We got two Bills
is
in the chat. We got Ron. How's it going, Ronnie? Jimmy Cloak. Lucas was here, and he's gone for a party. Look at that. It shows you're live. You're live on your channel. But you're freezing up again. Ooh, look at him.
But it's Pro webcam C90 device unexpectedly stopped.
Yeah, you're freezing up.
I don't even have my camera set up.
Oh, you're freezing up bad.
I'll just unplug the I shouldn't have a microphone, right? My mic.
There you go. Freezing up, man. I don't know what's going on. How you doing, dog? We're having nothing but problems here.
I unplugged it. How you doing, William? I don't know. I can't seem to get my my hunt.
Yeah, and you keep cutting out. Kick the wife and kids off the internet. Maybe you'll have a fighting chance.
Yeah. I don't even have YouTube on
2023. Either. You close all your windows except for your restream.
I have no idea why this is doing this.
Yeah. Mona's on your channel.
Oh, this page isn't responding. I'm liable to go down.
On your channel. I don't know. Now you're clear.
Now it says, restore default microphone, high definition audio.
Yeah.
Device unexpectedly stopped.
Oh, we're having nothing but problems, Mona. There you go.
Be okay, but
you froze up again.
Yeah.
I guess it's going to end up being a short stream.
That doesn't make it.
Nothing's working.
Sense.
There we go. Not sure what's going on, Mona. We're having nothing but techie problems. BH, I can't get a hold of him. I hope he's okay.
I wonder.
Hey, look it. You're doing awesome now. Yeah, plug in your headset. You usually wear it anyways. Maybe it acts like an antenna on your head.
Okay. Now. I won't be back, okay?
What's going on there, Red?
Let's see if I can do See if I can do this here.
Getting a lot of
See if
brand
the
new ones here.
camera will come on. Oh, maybe not. Right?
Tell you, go kick your kids off the internet.
Oh.
We're losing you, Colin. We're losing you.
That's really not responding. You get me? I can still hear you.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Ron. Sitting at home doing nothing. I did it there for a couple of months there when I first started dealing with this cancer
Let's
thing,
try it
and then I
that way.
started losing my mind.
The other day, and I'm wondering.
1965. Set that aside. How you doing, Carrie? Nope. We're losing Colin again. Man, that rolls a whole bunch of new King Charles.
What? I don't even have my
24s.
I don't even have my camera plugged in. What's that? I don't even have my camera plugged in.
That's
Now
right. Yeah. You're getting
it's
a whole
coming up
lot
extra
23s,
camera.
24s. You're not plugged in?
Plugged in. It's strange. Okay.
We're hanging in there, Carrie. Hanging in
My
there.
camera was on.
Go see the eye doctor another month from now to see if the radiation took.
Back, but it's not on now. It doesn't. You know what I mean?
You're what? We're losing you, Colin. This is it. Gonna have to find a new streaming service. Or get Colin a new computer. A lot of 23s and 24s, Colin, but no brand new 25s. Ricky Tucky. What do we got? We got 12 people lurking or watching, or we got Colin pushing buttons. Can you still hear us, Colin? Nope. You froze up again. Red isn't lurking. Yeah, there's a young Elizabeth. Let's see what year it is. 1964. No extra water line. Stick your finger in the light socket, Colin. Maybe that'll work.
That is really strange. That
Yeah, you're having issues, buddy. What the heck? Well, that is definitely weird. Oh, wow. It's on both sides. What the heck? We got a weird one here, and I don't know what it is. Put up my other camera.
No idea
here.
why this is doing this. None. I can't figure it out. My will you turn on the camera, right?
This thing. I'm back. Check this weird thing out. Looks like she got a couple stakes in her neck. And I flipped it over. Oops. Damn it. And I got the exact same thing on the opposite side. We turn off the mirror here. That is weird. I don't know what the heck would have caused that. Interesting. Lost Colin. Let's add Colin.
Okay.
Do you see that weird coin, Colin?
Yeah, I see that. Where is that?
Yeah, it's on the other side too.
Is it? Looks like
It's on the exact.
looks like
It's on
something
the opposite side
is,
too. It's so weird.
stamped into the coin.
Yeah, but on both sides like that, I don't know. That's kind
Yeah,
of weird.
something was punched over that.
Looks like a couple spikes. Well, you're sounding better now.
No idea. You probably need to turn down. Need to turn bit rate
I'm just in the chat here.
down on your OS.
Beaver time. I'm right there. Chicken damn man. After mint damage, yeah, I'd say so, Darren. I just don't know what would have caused it. Yeah, it's on Restream and having nothing but problems. Same as last week, we were having nothing but problems. They seem to be coming in a little better now.
Yeah, I don't know why, but are you on Restream? Yes, I am, Dimebag.
Did you stick your finger in the leg socket like I asked you?
Oh, Dimebag wants you to send him a link. I should help you. Yeah.
I invite yes. There you go. I'll just throw it right in the chat there, Darren. There's Darren even in my chat.
It says restarted microphone. Realtek high definition audio. Device unexpectedly stopped. But unless that's my mic on my computer, because I have no other mic hooked up. I
It's a
can
link in the
see.
chat.
Seaweed looks okay now. Okay. I don't want to hit that. Okay. Okay. So restart the microphone. Okay.
Yeah, seaweed looks okay. As long as
All
you don't
right.
look too long.
Oh, I can get in. I just can't for some reason when I go to plug my my hunt camera in, it seems to boot me out. I don't know why.
Well, just don't plug it in. You seem to be not too bad right now. So.
Okay. So restart the microphone.
Yeah, seaweed looks okay. As long as you don't look too long.
I'll have to hunt blind, I guess. What I got?
There you go. That's doing all kinds of things there.
No problem. Can do. I didn't want to do it that way. Okay.
In 1996. And it looks like the near 6.
Check 1, check 2.
It's the bit rate
Check, check.
capture I get. Yeah, the problem that I don't know how to fix that, but it's not running. It says, oops, connection lost, not reconnecting. Hey, it's north of the border family. Coins, how you doing, bud? But
You go, right says it's good now, Colin. Well, you're coming in. Hunt your rolls and forget your extra camera.
coming in.
Copper Owl. Can't even talk. Copper Owl. How are you? And Christopher Ty.
There's a bag coming in. Okay.
Well, you cleared up now anyways, Colin. Chicken Man Dan. Chicken Man. You still trying to get an extra camera, or what are you doing? You freeze up again? He froze up again. Yeah, this restream is messed up. Hey, JJ. What's going on, buddy? We are having streaming issues. Dimebag's coming in clear, so.
I don't know. Maybe. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, I haven't heard from PH all day, which is kind of strange.
I have an extension in the wall here. Oh, maybe that didn't work. I checked.
Oh, just stick your finger in the light socket and put your left
First, the
arm
light
up.
was off. Do I use? I haven't used OBS in months. I have OBS, but I haven't used it in a while.
Turn that down. Oh, not sure what happened to Dimebag there.
Which it looks
Yeah,
like
I haven't heard from PH all day, Colin, which is kind of strange.
I have used
streaming
yes.
through a restream.
If you use OBS, it looks like you
Dimebag
go
was
to
using his OBS.
settings stream.
Watch
But
me. Bullshit. Judge.
I can
Today,
do that now, but I'll. What are you streaming through? Turn that down. Use OBS
Well,
to
hello
play.
there.
But I have OBS on.
what's going on, Darren?
That's the thing. Like OBS shouldn't even be
No,
activated. Shouldn't matter.
no, it's not. Don't worry about your OBS.
So what are you streaming through? All I did was just go into
Restream. That's it.
my.
Right. We're calling freaking out.
Oops. Reconnecting. Lost. Reconnecting.
So you go over to Tim Hortons, they got probably a better internet connection. Yeah, Restream takes a lot of juice, and your computer's kind of dated.
Oh, I can check that.
Get bored and drill a hole in that there?
I can check that. On my internet, so
I don't know if I was bored necessarily.
can find.
Color do I like the best?
3 of the 4 bars. Well, that's working okay.
There you go.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, that one looks the
Sprint.
copperiest.
Okay.
Is that
Okay.
coppery?
Yes, sir. It's a
Coppery
999
with that-
fine
I
copper.
thought it just happened here. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I was looking at on my Les Paul. There's a switch that lets me choose the pickups, whether I want the one, both of them, or the other one. And behind
heard
it, they always
Dimebag
put
just for
this
2
little
seconds and then he's
washer
back out
that
again.
says, "What? Am I not here? Hello,
No, you're here. Colin's the one having the
Collins?
issues
Okay,
on his
Colin,
end.
it's you."
I'm gonna have to see.
So, anyways, that
Okay,
little. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Dimebag, but
As I was saying, I'm going to replace that washer behind the switch.
Yeah, okay.
He's having an internet connection issue today, clearly. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, good that I'm here to be at least another
Well,
face on the
it
panel
must be- it must
if
be.
tortured over there. I would be calling your internet provider. Man, this is not up to
I don't know
snuff.
how this is doing.
Come on now.
Eastlink is garbage, man. I would never go there.
Hey, man, in Kearney's, Canada, this just isn't right. Bleh.
But
Yeah, I
the
don't
problem.
I think
But here's
Oh.
the problem.
You think
My
you found the
internet-
problem? Okay, go ahead.
it's
Brett.
breaking up.
Working fine. I've got a good signal.
Well, you don't got a good something. When was the last time you reset the old computer, give it an old reboot,
Oh,
right
here we
from scratch, right off,
are.
and
We got
like
another
completely off? I mean,
I-
I'm
if
not
I-
talking about restart. I'm
down there. I'll see everybody later. I'm not coming back. So
oh, well, that's sad.
Okay, buddy.
Just remember, sometimes computers need to be rebooted, but try not to use your actual boots.
Yeah, we tried the reboot thing, and
Hmm.
we'll try the reboot thing.
I think it's a combination of him having Eastlink internet and then his computer's kind of aging.
They don't want us talking.
My computer's 8 years old, so
Yeah, that's it. You're
but
cutting milk,
okay.
Copper. Sure. You want to talk to people over the phone? I heard you. Yeah, that's it, John Jacobs. He ate too many cookies. That's
Oh, it's,
Well, every
you're
now
live
and
on the
then,
air, Colin.
there's something to be said for having new technology.
uh, his problem won't let him talk about the.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna take off, Marty. Already. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna say it so I
Yeah.
can get this figured out somehow. Okay. Later.
Talk to you later, Colin.
At least the cell phone system seems to be working, sorta. Get your cell phone and your internet service from the same guys. They seem to be reliable.
We're doing okay there, Mr. Furley. Yeah, no, I had it when I had Eastlink. I had nothing but problems myself. We kept getting booted off and cut out. We ended up going with Bell Fiber Optics.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that they don't strategically degrade services at times to force people to upgrade to this, that, or the other thing.
Oh yeah, wouldn't surprise me. There's a
No.
12 cider,
Nice.
1957.
I got nothing to look through. I just pounded through all the loonies I had. They're all bagged up and ready to go back to La Banque. I did come
No,
up with
12
this.
cider, 1957.
Oh, it's frozen. My camera is frozen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pardon me. Oh, my.
Pardon him. Anyways, you were saying about your copper.
I was saying that the switch on my guitar has a stupid little plastic plate behind it, and I just sort of thought I'd like to
Yeah.
embed this coin in place of it instead. And I was looking around online. These copper rounds are not really expensive. In fact, to buy a replacement little disc that goes behind the original switch costs more than the copper round does. So
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad about sacrificing it with the hole, and we'll try it out. This is quite the commitment on my part, because if I end up doing what I'm expecting to do, I'm going to be carving into the front of the guitar to inset this. So,
Oh yeah.
I might have damaged a couple dollar round, but I'm about to carve a guitar. So let it be. That's what the Beatles would have said.
Yeah, copper rounds are only like a couple bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
We got Gary, we got Mr. Farley.
So I drill a hole. What am I going to do?
Oh, I'm good, Mr. Farley.
Move things around on the screens here a little bit.
I never got GST this year. Bastards.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't have to know nothing about him to agree with the bastard sentiment.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't get it this year. It says if your net pay is under 56,000, you get it. That was my gross pay, not my net. So
I bet that is the one from Copper Owl. That copper round. Yeah, I think that's the one I punched a hole through. She's a
There
beauty.
you go. Thanks, Copperell. Thanks for the
Come to think
donation
of
of
it.
the washer.
But I didn't punch a hole through the important one. That's what's important.
Yeah, as long as you didn't put it through the gold one you got.
I wouldn't do that. America, America, God shed his grace on thee.
Yeah, that's
And
from the trail.
crown the good with brotherhood.
That was a nice one from Copper.
Sea to shining sea. Happy birthday, country below us. Quit treating us this
That's
way.
it.
We need to be brothers, not adversaries. Come on. Don't hold over us the fact that we elected a dummy. It's happened over there. Remember Bush? We do. Come on, you guys have had a dummy at the helm. We need to get through this, so help us. For frick's sake. We're calling Mom.
It is what it is.
Well, honestly, I don't know how many 100 years it would take or 1,000, but this one land mass should have always been one group of people. That arbitrary line, you know.
Yeah, well, that goes back to all the wars with the French and the British and the
Yeah, I mean, when you go back all the way back, as far as like
and the
we're
Spanish.
concerned, it's all the way back to the very first French settlers in the Quebec area, and that Quebec is a 400-year-old city that predates Canada by a long shot, predates the U.S. by a long shot.
It's the same as here. They were selling here in Nova Scotia back in the 1600s.
Yeah. And you guys were separate at one point and decided to join up, right? You had your own currency and everything.
Yeah, I know. What the hell were they thinking?
And that's exactly what's about to happen to Canada again. Just the same way as a province can join, a province can leave. And just the same way the Quebec could have left a number of years back, we're going. We're done. They can't keep on throttling us. We have one thing. We have oil. That's all. And they say, oh, by the way, no oil. And we're like, oh, by the way, I guarantee you.
Would we want to be part of the U.S.? No, thanks there, William.
No, Alberta will be its own place. Alberta's gross domestic product standing alone is bigger than quite a number of countries. It doesn't need to be a part of anything. But once Alberta stands alone, then it can negotiate with the U.S. properly for some kind of inclusion if necessary. And I would hope that they would come up with some kind of inclusion in the end. But Alberta will stand alone first. And hide the pines with billboard signs. From
I'm a little concerned I didn't hear from BH today. I hear from him every day.
I don't think it's fair to compare Bush, a live individual, whichever of the Bushes you want to use, to Biden, who was likely comatose and probably, well, he already doesn't remember what he signed, right? Auto pen, just saying. So,
Yeah.
I wish we had auto pay or maybe auto work. Never mind auto pen. Can't we just and I guess we're almost there if the old robot comes out of the old Tesla factory and starts going to work for us. We'll be in that glory days. We'll have slaves again. They'll be robotic. Woohoo! We've achieved so much. It's funny though. In grade 1, I wrote a little story.
Horses and buggies and
in grade 1, I wrote a little story about what it would be like when I was older. I specifically said who my friend would be, was my best friend of the day, still is. But I drew a picture of me in a hammock drinking a drink while my robotic lawnmower mowed the lawn. I was in grade 1. So
you got that lawnmower now?
you know what? I don't have much of a lawn. So, no. But it exists, right? You can buy one.
Yeah,
You can get that if
but you can get one. You get one that you can sit there and control with an RC remote.
I want the kind of drone that I can flip upside down and fly along the top of the grass. Then I'd be having some fun. Chase gophers with it and stuff. I wouldn't do that. But you're a drone pilot. You're a photography man in the air, man in the sky.
Man.
Yeah, you had the.
Yeah,
We were waiting
I
on
was
drone
actually going.
footage.
I was thinking about going out and flying today, but then I just never got around to it.
Well, I hear you there.
I do got the drone all updated and everything.
Trying to get this to work again. There we go. My last box of toonies got me this one. Ooh, let's get that junk out of the way. And that's in pretty good shape. That's like my favorite one, pretty much.
Yeah, doesn't look like there's no bullet holes in the helmet.
Yeah, that's what I look at right away too. And how the helmet is fared over the
Yeah,
years.
that's usually the place that gets marked up first. The helmet.
That's not all that well focused. This scope is hard as hell to focus. I
Oh,
don't know of a single one that's real easy. I'll flip it over. Yeah, the damage is really minimal. We're really happy to pull this one out of circulation.
yeah, it's nice flying. It's nice
And
when you can find them in nice shape.
came home with 30 rolls of loonies and pulled out 5 or 6 new.
Making a tea.
Hello. Pulled out 5 or
I'm
6
being
of
a
the
bad
new
boy,
ones.
Jimmy. I'm having a vodka.
Already? Oh, wait a second. It's late. Wait a
It's late.
second. If I don't get my ass in gear, I'm not making it
5
to the
o'clock
bank.
somewheres, and it's 7:15 here.
Yeah, I've got another just under 2 hours to go over to the bank and drop these coins that I've got bagged up off. I figured I might as well.
That's you to pop up.
Kind of done. Ah, that's weird. There we go. Kittens have been
I
dragging
hope I,
things around the house. Terrible kittens.
I hope I hear from VH either tonight or tomorrow, because it's not like him not to contact me.
I wonder when the last. My problem is that there's another fellow that comes around where I go called BH, but not BH Ringer.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, have I seen him recently? And I thought to myself quickly, yeah, I just did the other day. But then I'm thinking, now, was that BH or was that BH Ringer? I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, like our friend group is too damn big at times. And, James Alden and Sturika, real recently, both passed on us.
Yeah, I heard Sturika pass there. And who was the other one?
James Alden.
Okay. I didn't know he passed. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That was a message actually I got from BH yesterday, was what Nick
Sturika.
posted there, and Sturika passed. And
I zipped over
I
to
went and
his
left it.
channel and that very last
I
video
went
that he
left the
posted.
comment on his last video, and I think it was his daughter that,
Yeah, exactly.
said he'll be sadly missed in the community.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if all I'm doing is gathering up a mess for somebody else to clean up. I mean, it's not like this
Yeah,
hobby ever ends. You
well,
don't
that's
get
it.
to a goal and stop.
I just got to buy a big enough coffin I can jam it all in there with me.
Hey, your pallbearers are going to have a hernia, man. That ain't right. You say, screw the pallbearers. Get a backhoe. Get some slings. I don't want
I'm
anybody
taking
to
the
have...
cheap way out. Just getting cremation and that's it. Ran into a friend today, haven't seen in, geez, probably
We're not-
since last winter. His wife passed away 4 months ago. Damn, cancer's getting everybody, bud.
It's fucking inevitable, but it makes you wonder as you're a married guy. I know that you lost your wife ways back, but I sit there and wonder who's going to be, me or you? Who gets it? Who gets it first?
That's it. Well, I got the cancers.
That can be a long fight. Are they figuring that they've
Yeah.
got some treatments for you to go through to lengthen things out?
Well, I've just done the treatment on my eye so far. At start of next month, I go see the eye specialist to see if the radiation took or not. And if it did, great. If it didn't, well, goodbye eyeball. And then I go from there.
And you go from there. That's exactly
But
it,
I
brother.
done a CT scan. They say all my organs look pretty good. It's a few little things here and there in the organs, but they're too small to even identify. So
Well, I
I
mean,
think
you
they just
find the
might be
bright
stiff.
side. For me, the eyes are half baked but working okay. But let's not go under the hood too far. I'm waiting on next thing will be what they call a Holter monitor, and I've got to wear a heart monitor for 24 hours and then return it to them so they can see what my heart does over the course of that
Hey,
period.
I'm Jackson.
That's what they want next.
Yeah.
Hey, Zaxxon.
Well, I'm taking, I guess you're diabetic. You got diabetes?
No, wrong.
No? Well,
No,
that's good.
just heart problems. Just
Well, that's not good.
no, it's definitely not. I've
Congestive
got
heart failure. You're going down.
yeah. That's kind of the term that they give it. I also have
Yeah.
cardiac arrhythmia, so my heart doesn't beat in the normal fashion at times, and that can be a bit of a problem because that can leave you real weak real fast. Bit of a bitch.
Well, I can tell you, man. Nowadays, everything leaves me real weak, real fast. I mean, I had to force myself to go back to work. Yeah, there's my first U.S. coin.
Every now and then I get caught up on or try to get caught up on our chat here. I'm just reading back to the Bush comment, and John says Bush was a genius compared to Biden, which I kind of commented on. But I'm thinking
Yeah.
there were two Bushes, right? I think one of them was considerably more on the ball than the other. It strikes me that one was a little bit not quite as lucid. But anyway, they're all gone now. And nothing to do.
I don't know.
Working on a hedge trimmer, John Jacobs is. Nothing like the joy of firing up a 2-stroke gas engine and buzzing down some plants.
Yeah. See, I
I
don't know.
watch the channel where they do that just for fun.
So is the cost of living going down yet in the U.S.? Or did somebody else break the promise?
I think they
It
can
ain't going
finally
down
get
here.
eggs at a decent price.
Our eggs are starting to go up.
Don't even want to think about it.
Starting to almost pay $5 for a dozen now.
And that's just it. Things are always ratcheting up. There's only one direction. Up, up, up.
Well, they say what goes up must come down.
That's a big bell curve there. We seem to be on the upside still. I don't know when the downside happens, but I hope to be around for it. I got a funny feeling I'm not going to be
Just
around.
rent alone, man, it's gone insane.
Well,
Too many people living on the street. Right on the corner here, they got a church, and there's over 100 people living in there
Wow.
in the church, and they don't have to pay no rent. They get 3 squares a day. But I don't know. See, I couldn't live in there.
Well, that's
You're in there with all the people that have mental health problems and drug problems, and
it's certainly a compromised living, but
yeah. I mean, there was a time where I was on the road on the street a long time ago, and I'm sure I had a tent, but I was way off out in the bush where there was no people around. I know what it's like to have nothing and to struggle. So that's why
well,
a
I
lot of
think I've
times when
had it
people,
pretty damn good, and I think most people would agree. Good family upbringing in a good situation, nice place, good schools. There's just
holy
no
smokes,
way I can bitch.
gas is
All right,
405.
you
Holy
bet my
smokes,
pants. All
you're
right,
catching up to us.
it's wabbit season,
Oh, wabbit season, nothing like a wascally wabbit there, Martin.
duck season, wabbit season.
Brother Martin. That's my brother from the south.
Woohoo! I have a
Him and his
kitten
little
who
dog,
moves.
Josie. Josie's an awesome little dog.
I was just
Gets the
going to
bigger
say,
dog
I've got
all
a
excited.
kitten that's moving stuff around every morning when I come back to my little office here. There's something moved around different, and specifically on the floor, right? Because whatever was on a shelf somewhere has to be moved to a floor.
Still got your 2 dogs, right?
3. There's the little Chihuahua,
3.
the old
Oh,
one, that's Juan, and then we have my
I
little
thought you had 2.
girl. My little girl is Zeppelina, and my boy is Chew. Chew
Yeah,
is the
2.
boy red poodle. Zeppelina is a jet black little girl poodle, about half Chew's size, and then Juan is the ornery Chihuahua that's just hanging on. It's like 15 years old. It's like 150 in dog years. He's got the attitude. He's got no teeth in his head. I mean, like none, and he will try to bite, but it doesn't hurt. It's kind of funny.
I know what our gas is at right now.
I don't know. The wife
It was
goes
what?
once a week down to the Costco when we get it at the slightly discounted Costco price.
We don't have any pumps here at our Costco. What do we got? Liter.
I knew we'd be fine moving to Edmonton because it's a fairly major city. It was like anywhere we moved to had to be within quick driving distance of a few different things: Walmart's, Costco's, Amazon delivery. The things you absolutely have to get by.
Calculator. 3.785 times 4 is a gallon. No, that can't be right.
1,172,753.
Yeah. So 140, there we go. Times 3.75. All right, our gas right now is, yeah, that's good. Oh, nope.
What are you doing? Are you figuring a gallon?
Gas has actually gone down a bit. It's not too bad. It's $5.30 a gallon.
Just fog sitting while my bride is visiting her relatives in Flagler Beach. Is Seaweed in the basement?
Seaweed, he's long lost.
Oh, he's in chat. That's what he's saying. Marty, I'm in chat.
No, he's in the chat. Yeah, I don't know. At least he's telling me he's in the chat. Don't know whether or not to believe him.
Marty has a cocktail. I have a California cocktail.
Cocktail hand.
Never mind what part of me I'm grabbing. None of your business.
No,
Could be one, could be the other. You don't know.
I'm having myself a vodka and ginger.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've been enjoying the Modelo beer. Pick it up in the bottles there and get a case of 12, but they don't last very long. Well, I guess they last fairly long. I guess I can't complain. They last as quickly as they last, but
There's a young Lizzie, 64. Yeah, I don't know. I've been definitely drinking way too much.
well, it's understandable to a certain extent, but
Yeah,
at the same time, you're conscious of it, and that's good. And so if you lean on a crutch a little bit, understood, but, also pretty level-headed guy. So,
I'm pretty well much quit 22 years ago, 20 years ago.
though, when you're faced with your mortality again, you rethink some things sometimes.
Yeah, definitely a lot of rethinking going on. Ginger beer. Ooh, doggy.
I like ginger beef. Can we get ginger beef with ginger beer? I'll take that. That's a good order.
It's good to see Copper here, Copper Owl. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a pain in the butt with my eye
Pain in the eye with your butt.
because the cancer was around the optic nerve. Yeah, they do the radiation, the later. There's two types of radiation. There's a patch that they put in for 5 days, or there's 5 days of the laser. But because mine being around the optic nerve, I had to get the laser done. Now my
So
right eye, I
do they put
can't
you
really
out?
see.
Do they
Can't
put you
see.
out for
No.
that?
Oh no. Oh, you don't even feel it, man.
No.
You're on the table for like 15 minutes. Zap your eyeball.
Well, lasers are almost always pretty quick. I was just wondering, if they
Yeah. No, you don't feel anything.
don't they need you to like not move your head?
Yeah, they make a custom mask. That was my first trip up to Toronto. They made a custom mask, and what they do is they snap you down to the table, and then they got a light right over your eye, and you got to stay focused right on that light. Don't turn your head. Don't follow the machine. Just stay focused on the light. So
Well, that's where I thought it might be better to just knock me the heck out so that I'm not looking around wondering, I'm much more stable when I'm sleeping. I don't move a
yeah,
lot. So
no,
thought they might.
yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was. I just hope it worked. Gonna find out next month.
Fingers crossed, brother.
If
Scrub the
not, I'll have to lose
Georgia.
my eyeball, and then I'll have to get one of them Terminator eyeballs or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, Elon's got it almost worked out. He's going to give sight to the blind pretty damn quick with his neurosight. So next thing you know, they'll be able to patch you in just like a spare. They've already got it so that these fellows that we've normally only been able to blow into a tube can think, and the mouse
It's not a
does
12,
what they want. That's pretty
not a
damn
12
good.
sider. Kind of got spots all over it.
Doing the body on the 47 Chevy. Wear your respirator. That's all I can say. Make sure you wear your respirator.
Mason Merck is live. He's doing his premiere, 1958. Damn, this thing's got some ugly spots in it. It's like it's got the
It's got the
measles or
ick.
something.
Oh, yeah. No.
I don't know. It's giving me the quivers. It's like he's got some sort of disease.
You hate those field of vision tests. That's the one where they lock you in that little round ball and flash little lights at you. Can you see that one? Can you see that one? Well, they don't ask you. You press a button. I think that's what a field of vision
Nope.
test is. I've been
I
in
can't
for
see
one of
nothing.
them.
Well, that's my test now. They hold up a couple fingers. Can you see nothing? Nope. How many fingers am I holding up? No idea.
Dog awesome car, 46 Chev, done it almost 50 years. Dog awesome car. Dog
What's
awesome
down
car.
there, Digger Dog?
Dog awesome car. I had Kitty decide she wanted to jump up on me earlier today. Not good. She decided that in order not to fall, she would lock into my skin. Not a great idea. I'm not in the cuddle chair when I'm sitting in this chair. I alternate out, but if I'm in the lazy boy, then she can sit on the arm and partially on my leg. She likes that, but she thinks she's going to get the same thing out of me when I'm sitting on this chair, and that's not going to happen. But then she realizes and says, well, I don't want to fall, and auto claws come out. Ah!
Yeah, poor Digger Dog, he wants it. You snorting? You need to take a poop? You're giving me the eyeballs. All right, Rain, we'll be down here soon.
He's going for the window.
Going for a window.
If I go turn on the backlight here, backlight.
Look at them hard jet fans.
Fat Cat decides window is cool. That's Fat Cat right there. There's a kitten around here too.
Posted a few shorts of the build. Oh, I'm going to have to get over there and watch them. It's funny, a lot of times I don't even get notifications.
What you doing, Noname? That's Noname. Noname the cat.
The old Monte Carlos.
I recall a friend of mine having one with a big block. It was a lot of motor.
Yeah, the old Grand Nationals, they were nice too.
Well, they were more than nice. They were,
Yeah.
one of the quickest cars of their day, for one, which makes them kind of, sought after for sure. There's a few different versions, right? The Grand
you can find
National.
one, you're going to pay up for it.
The thing to do is find the, it's a Buick Grand National, but there's a Pontiac with the same motor in it that isn't a Grand National, but is. And so that you can track down one of those a little bit easier. But yeah, everybody wants the. It's cool, but it's a V6. It's fast. It was the fastest of its day, but it's not fast today. But yeah, a nice shiny black one would look good if you were putting together a barn full of cars. You'd kind of want one. 70 Monty. That sounds like a big block car.
Yeah.
Give me if I want a big block car, people like the idea of 400, but me, I like the 396.
Yep, we see you in the chat, Colin.
We can see you, Marty. Marty, you gotta come with me. What's up, Doc?
Yeah.
Marty, it's your kids. It's your kids, Marty.
I'm gonna go buy myself a DeLorean.
Had a 72 Monty. Got in an accident. I was fine. Everybody else died.
My brother, he had a 72 Monte Carlo. I had a 77 two-door Malibu Classic with a 350 in it. And I had 81 two-door Malibu Classic with a 305.
We had that 4-door car as a family car, 305. Oh no, was it 307? It was
307 is the old engine.
yeah, it was a stupid 307 because I've always wondered why they put that in
Yeah,
there.
I think they put some of them in the Monte Carlos, right?
I don't know about the 307. I would expect the 305, but oh well.
Yeah. 305, that was your typical GM Chev engine. Oldsmobile did the 307.
See, and now you could get that Pontiac motor, the 302 short stroke they call the Zapper.
The
That was when
Zapper.
the 302 Zapper is a 302 Pontiac motor with an extremely short stroke. Well, it looks like Kitten has made its way to the window. Yeah, LS in general. I mean, there was Chevy small block until there was LS. Now everybody builds an LS.
307.
What am I doing? He says. A
Yeah, I
daytime
remember.
bagger. What words can earn you a one-way ticket straight to Satan's lair? Well, that's a hell of a question, so to speak.
400 small block. Yep. The only problem with them old big muscle cars, man, I wouldn't want to pay for the fuel. That's $6 a gallon. So you can get pretty expensive driving. What else have we got here? Looks like I see another 12-sider here. There we go, 12-sider Young Elizabeth. We got 1961.
What's the other
Nichols.
combination, Zaxxon, that I'm trying to think of? That's a 283 engine that you can. There's another swap out crank and block. Was it a 283 block with a 350 crank? And you ended up with the interesting output. I'm trying to remember. Maybe it was one of the ways to build a 302. I don't recall. But yeah, I'm thinking I see that you mentioned the 350 with a 327 crank makes a 331. Siamese. And that gets them hot. They'd have no way to cool down. Anyways, if you can remember which engine you build off of a 283 motor, and I think you just swap the crank and end up with a 302, maybe? Been a while since it's mattered.
302s. Old Ford motor. Nice little V8.
Oops. So listen,
Holy crap.
my wife is arriving home. I've got to go and deal. So I'm going to have to bow out, folks. But it has been a slice, and thanks for having me up. And let me double check that my equipment is running the way it's supposed to. And I know for sure that StreamYard has its head firmly jammed up its CRAPP. That sounds right.
Yeah. I've been cutting it too myself.
I don't know. You sounded
283 with a 327 crank.
283 with a 3. That's the one.
A 327.
Yeah, you can mix and match quite a few quite a few parts. Let's go back to stage. That's better. But like I say, these days you're going to build an LS regardless, unless you're crazy. There's no sense in building one of them old V8s from the past unless you're trying to stay vintage. Otherwise, build an LS and be done with it. Same reason. We built Chevy V8s because there were so many parts and there was so much interchangeability and so many aftermarket parts, and that's why you build an LS today. Same exact reason. 69 Capri Classic. Capri, not Caprice. Caprice. Oh, probably using voice.
I don't dream of
396
owning an old
Caprice.
muscle car. I couldn't afford to keep it on the road.
No, the beauty of it was having friends that had muscle cars. Just so long as you could show up at that country road we used for drag racing and be part of the crowd. You could be the
Oh
guy
yeah,
who minds the beer. You could be the dude at
yeah.
the end who determines who crossed the line, you know. You could be the
We
spotter
used
a
to go
mile
to
down
the
the road making sure the cops aren't on the way. We had all that
we used to
lined
go
up.
to the airport quarter-mile drag strips, right?
Yeah, but that
Back in
sounds
Ontario.
legitimate. We used to pick there was a specific road, Latimer Road in Langley, British Columbia. Latimer Road, Langley, British Columbia. We would all meet at the Home Depot in the parking lot, and then as a group we would all drive out to Latimer Road. We even
See you later,
spray
Colin.
painted the road with lines.
Yeah, no, the
Seaweed.
quarter-mile at the airport, Gane Airport, it wasn't legal. It was the cops ended up shutting us down after a while. But
Dirty buggers.
remember a guy from Kingston, Ontario? He had this duster, man. Don't know what was under the hood, but he whooped the ass of a 1100 Ninja. Guy couldn't even beat him on the bike.
Hmm. Well, if I was building a Duster, I would maybe be building a 340.
The old dusters. Yeah,
340
340,
pack.
440. I don't know. Some nice cars back in the day.
Yeah, sure were. And I like that they're being preserved by some people who have the money that can grab them and fix them back up. Almost, it seems, no matter what state they're bought in. My first car was a 72 Pinto with a crash plate between the tank and the rear diff. By the way, once they put that crash plate in there, safer than any other car. And the Pinto was a great car for engine and transmission. There's a few different ones. You could get a 2300 with a 3-speed auto, but you could get a 1600 with a 4-speed German transmission. It was fun to drive. So the second car
Oh, well,
after that was the 62 Nova SS. And the 62 Nova SS, there was a few things that made it difficult. First, it needed more work than I knew what to do. Secondly, in 62, they used a 4-bolt pattern on the wheels, on the tire wheels, and that was hard to find. Right after that, like by 65, they were to the Chevy normal 5-bolt pattern, but back then, so the only wheels you could find were ones made for Monzas. They fit the 4-bolt pattern, but they were 13-inch instead of 14-inch wheels. Otherwise, really hard to find wheels for that thing. And it was an SS, but in 62, an SS meant chrome console shift and badges on the rear fenders. It was still a 230 inline 6 and a power glide transmission, no different. But I loved that car. I wish that's the one that got away from me. I wish I'd kept it and fixed it. If I had money right now, I'd be after one of them. Ideally, a California car or maybe even a ragtop. But
I like
eh,
to buy an older car. I like to buy an older car. Problem is you here in Canada, if you buy one, you need a place to store it for the winter.
well, instead of exercising my car demons, I went out and got that motorcycle. Right, so I've got the Yamaha 2-cylinder 1600cc road thumper, and I ride that around when I feel like it. That's my RV for the time being. That was only $4,000, right? Like I say only, but it's also one of those things where it's never going to be worth a lot less than $4,000. Its depreciation has already happened. It's kind of like if it's maintained, unless I wreck it, basically. 4-bolt main, that's always a nice thing, eh? You're rebuilding a motor, or you're doing some pulling the pan just to maybe clean it, or who knows, and you realize, hey, this block's a 4-bolt main. Right on. Woohoo. Somebody comes home and he's excited. Your best friend, what you got? Got 202 angle plug heads, man. Hard to come by. Gonna put them on the small block. Oh my God. I gotta go. I'm not gonna make it to the bank.
I gotta go too, folks. Thanks everybody for popping
I'm so
in.
glad. Yeah, I got a V-Star. That's exactly correct. I got a Yamaha
Unfortunately,
Harley.
Colin couldn't get on, and
It's purple.
the system's down, and
Got the 3 lights in the
I'm
front.
not sure. I was a little concerned about BH because it's not like him to contact me, so
Hmm.
he contacts me every day. So I'm hoping he's all right.
Well, find out what you can and let us know. Have a good one, brother.
The problem is I don't know any of his friends up there in Bridgewater, so I wouldn't even know who to contact. Well, we'll wait to see if I hear from him tomorrow.
Fair enough. Back to cutting and
Hopefully all's
grinding.
well.
I'm a journeyman metal fabricator, so when you say cutting and grinding, man, you give me flashbacks. At least, well, I gotta go. Bye.
Later. Thanks, Papa Rouse. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Martin, for popping in. Nathan, thanks for popping in. But we're going to take off for now. So hope everybody has an awesome Sunday tomorrow. And hey, peace out. Take care, folks. Ciao.